Welcome to Lento English. Ready to level up your English? Here we learn through stories, slow, clear, and fun. Listen, relax, and enjoy the journey.
One introduction. In the United States, the cost of medicine can be very high. This is a big problem for many families. During his second term as president, Donald Trump's team introduced a new idea to help. The government wanted to find a way to make important medicines less expensive. This new plan is a big change for the country's healthcare system. It tries to solve the problem of high drug prices in a different way. This story will explain this new plan. It will look at how it started and what it means for people who need medicine. The goal is to make healthcare easier to understand for many Americans. The new plan is called TrumpRx. It is not a new medicine. Instead, it is a new website. People can go to this website to buy their prescription drugs. This is a very different way to get medicine. Usually, people use a health insurance company. They go to a pharmacy and their insurance helps pay for the medicine. With TrumpRx, people do not need to use insurance for these purchases. They can buy the medicine directly from the website. This gives people another choice. The idea is to create a simple and direct way for people to get the drugs they need. So, how does this new website work? People can pay for their medicine with cash. The prices on the TrumpRx website are special. They are lower than the normal prices. The government works to get these lower prices. It talks directly with the drug companies. These conversations are called negotiations. The government and the companies agree on a reduced price for certain drugs. This means people who use the website can save money. The main purpose is to make sure that the cost of medicine is not a big worry. The plan covers medicines for many different health problems. This new plan did not happen suddenly. Before the website was announced, President Trump gave a task to the large drug companies. He told them they had a limited time to lower their prices for American customers. This was an important deadline. The president wanted the companies to take action and make their products more affordable. The idea for the TrumpRx website came after this deadline. It is part of a larger effort to control the high cost of healthcare. It shows a new way for the government to work with private companies to help people. This story will look closely at the TrumpRx plan. We will learn more about the website and how it works. We will see which companies are part of the plan and what they have agreed to do. We will also look at what different people are saying about this new idea. Some people think it is a great step forward. Others have questions about it. Understanding this new healthcare plan is important. It could change how millions of people buy their medicine. This chapter is the start of our look into this new and important topic. 2. A big announcement. The White House shared some very big news with the country. On a Tuesday, the press secretary, Karoline Leavitt, made an important announcement. She talked to reporters and explained a new government plan. This plan is designed to help people with the high cost of medicine. The name of this new and important program is TrumpRx. TrumpRx is a special website created by the government. It offers a new way for people to buy the medicine they need. Usually, people use their insurance to help pay for prescriptions at a pharmacy. With the new TrumpRx website, they can buy some medicines directly. They do not need to go through their insurance company. This is a very big change in how people can get their medication. It gives them another choice. The website is made for people who want to pay with cash. The government will work with the drug companies. It will negotiate with them to agree on lower prices. These special, reduced prices will be available on the TrumpRx website. This means people paying with cash can get their medicine for less money. It is not clear yet how this new website will help Americans who are covered by private insurance, Medicare, or Medicaid. For now, the program focuses on direct cash payments. To show how the plan will work, the White House gave some real examples. A poster showed information about lower prices for 4 different medicines. For example, a medicine for postmenopausal osteoporosis called Duovi will have its price reduced by 85%. A medicine for a skin condition called dermatitis, Eucrisa, will be 80% cheaper. Another medicine for severe headaches called Zavsprit will have its price cut by 50%. And a medicine for rheumatoid arthritis, called Xeljanz, will cost 40% less. This is just the beginning of the program. The announcement said that these changes will help a very large number of people. The program will cover medicines for diseases that affect about 100 million Americans. The government believes this new website will make a real difference. It is a direct way to lower the costs of important drugs for many families across the country. The big announcement from the White House was the first official step in this new direction for healthcare. 3. A deadline for drug companies. Before the government announced the new TrumpRx website, an important event happened. President Trump had a special message for the large companies that make medicine. Many people in the country found it difficult to pay for their prescriptions. The president believed this was a serious problem that needed a fast solution. He wanted these companies to make a big change and lower their high prices. This was the first step in his plan to make healthcare more affordable for everyone. He decided to give the companies a clear task and a time limit to complete it. The government was ready to take action if the companies did not listen. On July 31st, the president gave a very clear instruction. He sent powerful letters to 17 different drug companies. These companies included some of the biggest and most important in the world. The message in the letters was simple. You have 60 days to bring down your drug costs for the American people. This was not a suggestion, it was a strong demand. The 60-day time limit showed that the government wanted quick results. The companies had a specific date when they had to show their new, lower prices. The deadline was on a Monday, exactly 60 days after they received the letters. This was a big challenge for the drug companies. Changing the prices of medicine is often a slow and difficult process. These businesses spend a lot of money to create new drugs and test them. They have to think about their own costs and their workers. A sudden order to lower prices created a lot of discussion inside these large companies. They had to think very hard about the president's demand. The government watched them closely to see what they would do before the time was up. Everyone waited to see if the companies would meet this important goal. The deadline arrived and the companies gave their answer. They did not announce that all their prices were suddenly lower. Instead, some groups that represent the drug companies talked about different plans. They said they would invest more money in the United States. They promised to build more factories in the country. Building factories creates jobs, which is a good thing. But it does not immediately help a person who needs to buy medicine today. The company's answer focused on long-term plans, not the immediate price cuts the president asked for. It was not clear if these actions were enough to meet his demands. The government saw this response as incomplete. So after the deadline passed, the White House was ready with its own solution. This new solution was the TrumpRx website, a different way to solve the problem of high drug costs. 4. How it works. TrumpRx is a new plan to help people buy medicine. It works through a special website that the government created. This website is a new way for people to get the drugs they need for their health. The main idea is to let people buy their medicine directly from this online place. This is very different from the usual way, where a person gets a prescription from a doctor and then goes to a local pharmacy to buy it. The program is designed especially for people who pay for their medicine with cash. It is not connected to health insurance plans. If you pay with cash, you can use the website to find a lower price for certain drugs. This is a key part of the plan. It gives a new option to people who do not have insurance. It also helps people who have insurance but find it cheaper to pay directly for some medicines. So, how are the prices on the website lower? The government talks directly with the drug companies. They work together to make a special agreement for a reduced price. This process is called a negotiation. The government and the companies agree on a price that is much less than what people normally pay at a pharmacy. This lower, negotiated price is what users will find and pay on the TrumpRx website. The government has already announced some of these new, lower prices. For example, a medicine for postmenopausal osteoporosis called Duovi will have its cost reduced by 85%. Another medicine, Eucrisa, which treats a skin condition called dermatitis, will be 80% cheaper. For people who suffer from migraines, the medication Zavsprit will cost 50% less. And a drug for rheumatoid arthritis called Xeljanz will have its price lowered by 40%. These are very big discounts that can save people a lot of money. The plan is meant to help a large number of people. The program will include medicines for diseases that affect about 100 million Americans. This shows that TrumpRx is not for just a few health problems. It covers a wide range of common conditions that many people face. However, there are still some important questions. It is not yet clear how the TrumpRx website will work for people who already have health insurance. The information is clear for cash payers, but not for others. For example, can someone with private insurance from their job use the website? What about older people with Medicare or others with Medicaid? These details have not been explained. People are waiting for more information to understand who can benefit most from this new system. For now, the main focus is on direct cash payments for a selection of important medicines. 5. A major company agrees. The new plan needed support from big drug companies. Soon, an important company made a decision. The company was Pfizer, one of the largest drug companies in the world. They made an agreement with the government. This was a very big step for the TrumpRx plan. Pfizer said it would lower the prices of some of its important medicines. These lower prices would be on the new website. The company agreed to big changes for 4 different drugs. This news was very exciting for the people working on the plan. One medicine is called Duovi. It helps women with bone problems that can happen when they get older. The price for this medicine will go down by 85%. Another medicine is Eucrisa. This is a cream for a skin problem that makes skin red and itchy. Its price will be lower by 80%. The company also agreed to lower the price of a medicine for bad headaches called migraines. This medicine is Zavsprit. Its price will be 50% lower. The last medicine is Xeljanz. It helps people with a disease that makes their joints hurt. The price for Xeljanz will go down by 40%. The government said these changes would help many people. The medicines in the program are for diseases that affect 100 million Americans. Pfizer made another important promise. They said they would build more factories in the United States. This is called domestic manufacturing. Building factories in the country can create new jobs for people. The company said it would spend $70 billion on this plan. This is a very large amount of money. However, some things were not clear. The company did not say when it would build the new factories. People did not know the timeline for the $70 billion investment. Even with these questions, the agreement was a major success for the White House. It was the first big sign that the TrumpRx idea could work. Having a major company like Pfizer join the plan was a very important start. 6. What people said. After the announcement of the new TrumpRx plan, many people started talking. Different people had different ideas and opinions about the new website. The government and the White House team were very happy with the plan. They shared their positive thoughts with the public. President Donald Trump spoke to reporters about the change. He was very clear about what he expected. He said that the prices for medicine were going to go down a lot. He believed the plan would make a very big difference for people who buy medicine. His message was simple: costs would be much lower for everyone. His team at the White House agreed with him. The press secretary, Caroline Leavitt, explained their view. She said that the president sent letters to drug companies a few months earlier. He told them to lower their prices. She said that Pfizer's agreement was the answer to those letters. She called this an example of strong leadership. It showed that the president's actions made companies change. Another person from the White House, Kush Desai, also shared his opinion. He said that President Trump was doing more to help with healthcare costs than anyone else in Washington. He compared this new plan to other ideas. He felt that the TrumpRx website was a real action that would help people directly. The government also shared some examples of the new, lower prices. A poster showed that the cost for a medicine for osteoporosis would go down by 85%. A medicine for skin problems would be 80% cheaper. A migraine medicine would cost 50% less, and a medicine for arthritis would be 40% cheaper. The poster also said that the program would help with medicines for diseases that affect 100 million Americans. President Trump also talked about the program called Medicaid. He said that Pfizer would give this program special low prices. He believed this would have a huge impact. It would help bring down the costs for the government's health program. Overall, the people in the government said the plan was a big step forward. They saw it as a major success that would help many people save money on important medicines. 7. Looking to the future. The new plan for buying medicine is a big change. It brings new ideas to help lower costs for people, but with any new plan, there are still many questions. People are looking to the future to see how everything will work. There are some important details that we do not know yet. The coming months will provide more answers about how this new system will affect Americans and their health care. These next steps are very important for the plan's success. One big question is about the TrumpRx website. We know it is for people who pay for medicine with cash, but many Americans have health insurance. They have plans like Medicare, Medicaid, or private insurance from their jobs. It is not clear if the website will be helpful for these people. Will they be able to use the website to get lower prices? Or is it only for people without insurance? This is a very important question because it decides who the plan will help the most. The answer will show how many people can save money on their medicine. Another important point is about building new factories. One large company, Pfizer, said it will invest $70 billion in new factories in the country. This is a very big promise. New factories could mean more jobs and more medicine made in the United States. However, we do not know when this will happen. There is no timeline for building the factories. We also do not know if this is a new investment or part of the company's normal plans. People will watch to see when the company starts to build and what this means for the country. The government gave a task to 17 drug companies to lower their prices. Pfizer was one of these companies and it made an agreement. But what will the other 16 companies do? Will they also decide to lower prices for their medicines? Will they join the TrumpRx plan and sell their products on the new website? For the plan to be a big success, more companies need to join. If only one company takes part, the change to medicine costs might not be very big. Everyone is waiting to see if other companies will follow. The future of the plan depends on their decisions. These questions show that there is still a lot to learn about the new healthcare idea. 8. A lesson about health. The story of the TrumpRx plan is an important lesson about healthcare. The cost of medicine is a big problem for many people in the United States. This new idea tries to solve that problem in a different way. It is not just about insurance or old systems. It is about finding a new path to make important medicines less expensive for everyone. This chapter looks at the main lessons from this new plan and what it means for the future of health. One big lesson is about how the government can work with private companies. In this story, the president gave drug companies a clear task. He gave them a time limit to lower their prices. This direct approach is a new way of doing things. After the deadline, one very large company, Pfizer, made an agreement. This shows that the government can use its power to talk directly with businesses and ask for changes. It is a lesson in leadership and negotiation. The main goal of this plan is simple: make medicine cheaper. The TrumpRx website was created for people who pay for medicine with cash. The government talked with companies to get lower prices for them. For some medicines, the price could go down a lot. For example, a medicine for skin problems could be 80% cheaper. Another for headaches could be 50% cheaper. The plan said it would cover medicines for diseases that affect 100 million Americans. This shows the big hope for the new system. This idea is a different way to think about healthcare costs. Usually, people use insurance to pay for medicine. The TrumpRx plan is not about insurance. It is a system where people can buy directly from a government website. The government sets the price after talking with the drug makers. This is a lesson that there can be new solutions to old problems. It shows that Washington is trying to do more to lower costs for families and individuals across the country. However, the story is not over. The final lesson is that big changes take time. We do not know the final result of this plan. One company promised to build more factories in the country, but the timeline is not clear. Will other companies join the plan and also lower their prices? How many people will the website really help? These are important questions for the future. The TrumpRx plan is a big first step and an important lesson. But everyone must wait to see how this new idea will change healthcare in the long run.